Hello? Hello? Okay. Oh, what's going on? Is this like a... What client is this? This looks really strange. It's like really huge and all that. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have... what is that? Pretty standard box from both sides. Yeah, one's maybe leaning a little bit more towards, Uh... Huh. So is the only difference Omega Low? I think that's the only difference, right? Omega Low and then the Mario. Hmm. Okay. So second band Omega Low, okay. That's fine. I definitely do that, especially if you have people like Kroger. But it seems like YiQiao's box is not super vulnerable to Omega Low, assuming that he has decent skill on his units. But maybe he just doesn't have like maybe Mario has like 150 skill and is just dead. But most of his box is relatively resilient to Omega Low. For example, Rain doesn't really get killed. OVS has 2 lives, depending if he has a med ring or not. And maybe TGS can also stay very back, so he's relatively safe for the most part. Only real easy kill is the healers and Kroger. So interesting that he banned Megalox that quickly. So maybe he has just really bad skill on all his units. Yeah, maybe. Omega Low games are very one-sided for the most part, so it's very crushing defeat or overwhelming victory for the most part. Hmm. Okay. So what is this with this trend of first picking healer? I don't get it. Okay, so they're counting. I guess Dog is not the most reliable tank, to be honest. But I suppose he could be a tank. They don't have like a reliable heal, but they have like a half healer of some sort. Okay, so in that case, if your Liana should be Bracer, right? If you're formulating a strategy around that, oh, I hate debuffs, my Rose is gonna get banned first, so I'm gonna pick Liana first. That means your Liana should have Bracer. Is that right? You Mhm. That you could do that, but that's also very awkward sometimes. For example, the timing of the gospel. Like let's say you wanted to heal that turn, but if you don't use gospel on yourself, your gospel's gone. So you're sort of out of that range, and you get silenced anyway.
Oh, sorry. I was muted. It seems like you guys hear me now, though, right? Sorry.
No, I was talking to myself. Great.
No, I mean, yeah, on stream. I unmuted though, so it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So as I was saying, Liana, with the gospel timing, let's say your opponent AOE's you, but
Hmm.
if you don't use gospel that turn after the AOE, you have no gospel next turn. So that kind of makes it awkward as well. Teddy Bear does not solve that issue.
Yeah, it could. I mean, Bracer is definitely safer. They're just, I mean, each accessory has an upside and downside, right? 3-turn Gospel is super strong, obviously. That's why people
Mhm.
use it. And whereas Bracer, getting immune to fixed damage and silence is like, it's always been broken. That's why Bracer's been pretty OP for the longest time, right? It's not as popular as before, but if you look at like season 1, 2, 3, it's like if you didn't have Bracer, then you couldn't really compete at high level, almost, right?
All right. So I guess so what's it look like looking at right now? Pete has a very he's a push box, and YiQiao has also a push box,
Mm-hmm.
but he has more AOE potential with the rain.
Yeah, I would
But
say I would say Pete is very passive with his picks. There's almost zero kill potential.
yeah,
It's pretty
and
much just surviving. Yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure how he's gonna live. Maybe he overwhelms the Landius with the dog, with the D-lit and the pushes, but he doesn't seem like he has much of a strategy. Once it does get to the very late game, once you get pushed, it's kind of awkward.
Mm-hmm. And damage wise too, he's gonna lose in damage if it goes to turn 12, right? So
Hmm.
there's just too much damage coming from each outside.
But Pete does have dog as a healer, and also one actual healer and one half healer, and maybe even another half healer with Moldius. So he has a lot of healing on his side.
Yep, he
He
does.
just needs to make sure Rain does not get those really lucky debuffs.
Yeah, it's all it takes is really bad debuff from Reen. But
Yeah, like
the good thing is he has 2 gospels, which is gonna help a little bit, but on a turn that you run out of gospel or something, it could be pretty bad.
So YiQiao really needs to time his the Rain AoE really well.
Hmm.
Is YiQiao also a girl or a boy?
Oh,
I'm not sure
girl,
myself.
girl.
A girl, okay. So I refer to her as her. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're actually pronouncing her name correctly, though. I mean, you have to you have to be an accomplished Chinese speaker.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm part communist. Yes.
Okay, so
Damn.
So anyway, yeah, Yi Chao's he's second player, so this turn priority thing is also going to matter quite a lot as well. Maybe Pete might just use an act again relatively quickly, since he doesn't have much of the DPS side of things.
So in this case, I actually don't like Pete's choices on D-Lit. I think he brought 3C, Movement, and Miracle or something. So no Gospel. I think I would just bring 2C spell, Gospel and Miracle. I think Gospel and Miracle, both of them, you kind of want. But one good thing about 3C is you do give a buff for 1 turn, which
Yeah,
acts like
it's
a
a
Gospel. Yeah,
immunity debuff,
immunity.
right?
Yeah, immunity
Yeah,
passive.
but it only lasts one turn, which is
One
very
turn.
awkward.
Yeah, only
Especially on
lasts 1
tanks,
turn.
because you like to often move your tank first during the round.
Mm-hmm.
So once that's off, you will be vulnerable to debuffs.
Mm-hmm. So potentially you could give it to 2 people in 1 turn with Act again, but it only
Yeah.
lasts 1 turn, so it
Hmm.
does get kind of awkward. Hard to move your units around it.
Yeah. This Landius also might die as well. It depends on the debuff of the AoE, but I feel like Rain 1 AoE, and then Jessica might just take 1 life there.
Cleanse is an interesting pick on Oldius just because I think there's a lot of value in having the myth buff for when you passively don't do damage and have the dispel.
Odious is bringing cleanse.
Yeah, he has Cleanse and 3C.
That feels kind of bad.
That is pretty. Well, it's not very common. You see that, right? But we'll see. I mean,
Maybe versus a dog, but yeah, versus a Landius, it's an interesting pick.
yeah. Well, against the dog, I can see its use because dog generally don't have that many buffs, and also he's very buff dependent tank. And if you lose those buffs, he becomes pretty useless.
Okay, so here, if I were YiQiao, I would definitely kill one life of Landius right now. Because I feel like that's an easy kill.
Well, I think she needs some stacks here, right?
I don't think the int buff is that necessary. It's more about the soldier,
also,
if the soldier gets 2-ticked or not.
Well, also Guardian Infantry is the best best soldiers against magic. She should be fine. She should be fine. There's no way. I don't think it's a one shot.
I feel like that's a kill though. It's you have no buff from your
oh yeah, there is no faction buff. Yeah, maybe.
There's no faction buff. So I think that should be an easy kill. If previously you could not kill, now you can kill because there's no faction buff, and that faction buff is huge because the attack buff and the magic defense buff is what makes your end defense much higher due to Landius' talent.
Yeah, fair point.
So I think that just might be a kill, and then yeah, just kill one life, and then next turn your opponent has to send up a heal, and then you re-in AoE. I think that's a pretty solid strategy right there.
To be honest, like, I think relying on one-shotting is pretty risky in general, but like you said, there's no faction buff, so it could be a good time, but personally, I would never go for a play like that. So,
looks like he's going
interesting though that he acts again here, which is not bad at all because being player 2 is gonna come back, and if you want to use again on turn 1, that's not too bad. And
yeah, P should look at the Rain AoE range. Like, who's he gonna AoE? Is it enough to run away Liana? Because if Liana gets hit by a silence, that might be a little bit too good. Even with the Sky Archer, it depends on debuffs.
You can hit dog.
So you can hit dog. Can you hit the Odious?
Nope.
1, 2,
I mean,
3,
you
4.
could just either that or you could gospel yourself and move up. You're not gonna take any damage, right?
Okay.
You could do that, but he chose to stay back, which is okay, I guess.
But there should be one life Landius killed easily, right?
It could AOE, be, yeah. You AoE and then you hit with TSdL. But if you do hit with TSdL, though, she might be out of range, right? She's gonna be out of range. And Deedlit, if it's like a Twilight, could potentially snipe, but without Twilight, you're not. So she's gonna be safe, even if she's not under the guard range.
Yeah. TSdL might die from front attack, but
TSdL doesn't have buff, right? So she can't really reach.
She can strengthen and then go in.
Well, she can strengthen, but she's not gonna be in range because it's gonna be she's gonna be one short or two short.
Also choose to teleport and just.
Oh my god, that's probably the best orange you could ask for, right? Clock and 3 heal reversal on characters that matter.
Is that a spare boots, Rian?
It looks to be.
Looks to be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty good. I would have thought about just going for a gospel Liana and then just try to kill a life of Landius, but
yeah,
maybe it was out of range specifically.
Spirit
Boost now it's something much harder to kill.
Spirit Boost Ring is pretty much.
Well, I think the issue with trying to jump on the Landius there is that then just first turn you trade one Landius life for Juggler just shocking you and killing TSdL. I don't think that's a very good trade.
Well, just Juggler wouldn't have reached though. Looks like. Oh, actually, he would have, because it's gonna be.
Yeah, if he just attacked, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're not in a rush to kill Landius. It's not even a big deal. You can just keep AoEing, right? So I don't think it matters too much. And Spirit Boots, SCL is the only player that I've seen use Spirit Boots, and YiQiao is obviously very close to SCL, so doesn't surprise me.
Kills one life.
Oh,
if
both
not
life.
all the life. But it does remove all the debuffs from the Rian, but it is a free kill.
Well,
and you got a clock out of it.
It didn't even remove everything, to be honest. Yeah. I think it's GG.
Water
I think it's GG.
Yeah.
Because it removes everything, but then the Himiko debuffs.
Yeah.
Right after.
Yeah. So this seems really bad.
Yeah, they're getting the heal reversal, and yeah, that was really bad.
Very strong.
I didn't expect it to kill 2 lives though, but that was.
Well, the dog healed Odious, and Odious took extra damage, so big yikes. Yeah, I don't think there's much P can do right now. What's his win condition now? Hopefully the Landius gets can't move, and then you kill the Rian somehow. But even D-Lit can't even kill Rian.
What is he trying to do now?
Yeah, if you lock, Jessica's gonna teleport. So it's not even that good. But yeah, this is just not the greatest pick ban in general.
Yeah, it's a little too passive.
Because you have no way to kill your opponent. You're hoping that there's no good RNG from your opponent's side. They don't clock, and then you just stall the mid, despite your opponent having a pusher as well.
Yeah,
Maybe the strategy of stalling down mid with all the heals and all that stuff was good, but your opponent has Himiko, so she has a chance to push out you even if you have push. So it's not even a good strategy. And there's a lot of things that can go wrong, just like what happened last turn.
Yeah, a little too passive, really. You have to draft in a way that you can win. There's obviously this kind of draft is you're not thinking about winning.
Yeah,
You're pretty much just stalling. Yeah.
Stalling boxes are very they're not the most effective. They're better if you have good tanks, good healers, and assassins. If your assassin can assassinate their win condition, then you can stall a lot easier. But it's harder to stall and just hope your opponent's DPS is not enough to overwhelm you. There's so much DPS and so much carries nowadays that it's better just assassinate them rather than actually stalling 5 versus 5. It's a lot easier to stall 4 versus 4 versus 5 versus 5.
Yeah, I mean, stalling hasn't been good since Season 2, to be honest. Ever since they changed to damage by win, stalling, I don't think has been too effective. And especially with all the units they released since then.
Yeah, there's a lot of push units now. There's a lot of the only benefit for stall is that there's more push units, but then there's also units that you have to first ban, like Rosen. Can really beat stall really well because she heals a lot and she also has debuff immunity. You can push really aggressively with Rosen, and you have to ban Hilda because you can't push if Hilda's around.
Yeah, I mean, even if your plan is to stall, I think there are better ways to stall for sure.
You need to have at least some sort of offensive win con.
Yeah, let's say like Bozel or something, right? And then you're just depending on that clock and just keep AoEing, and you could actually make something happen. If that audio was like Bozel, I think you could actually make something happen.
Yeah, you definitely could have made something happen if that was Bozel.
Yeah.
So he got stuck here.
Yeah, he's stuck.
He's stuck here because he has mobility down in the unicorns, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of sad.
Well, I mean, with unicorns doesn't matter because it was it's his own tile, right? It was just a mobility down.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was just the
minus
bump, yeah.
2. Yeah.
So what? The mobility down was 3.
Must have been.
Yeah, I guess it's
Then
3
how could he
down.
move beforehand?
Because he didn't
It was-
have it before. It was a Himiko,
Yeah,
like the
three-
hidden
yeah,
ninja
three.
skill thing that procs after you move.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at some win conditions, it is a Lancer Landius. So, if you deal some damage, potentially Dealer could kill one shot. I mean, could still kill if you melee. And also, having Templars, you're really vulnerable to that beat shock.
Yeah.
So, you could actually beat shock one kill after you jump. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you could have made
could
some
have.
plays happen. It's just that,
That's a little bit hard without the faction buff from Oldius, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at this
And-
point, you can't really make anything happen though, because it's all your units like spread out, and there's no.
Yeah, your dog can't heal. Your dog can't. He's not even in heal range.
Yeah, he's
He's
just
just lost in the woods.
yeah. I mean, there's definitely some luck on each outside for sure. On the RNGs were really good, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure why he's running Spirit Boots though. Spirit Boots didn't even matter that there because the rain could even die from anything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just what, because I mean, I don't think, as far as I know, YiQiao and SCO, they're from Barrow, which is relatively new servers. So they, until this banner, they didn't really have a lot of bracers. So if you look at their units, none of them are using bracers. Almost. Maybe Elwyn is using bracers, but
Yeah.
like Bozel's not using it, for example, and
That's game over though.
yeah.
The dog's dead. Now you can't even stun your opponent out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, like SCO's the only player that I know that use Spirit Boots, and looks like YiQiao is also using it.
Spare Boots doesn't really make much sense. I think Spare Boots makes sense on like Sakura, for example, because Sakura is not as bulky as Rian.
Yeah.
Rian is usually relatively bulky, can live a lot of single target attacks,
Mhm.
unless it's like cavalry single target attacks or really, really strong single target attacks. But he can live a lot of single target attacks, maybe from like a half the cast.
Yeah, if anything, Blood Pack will be better. To be honest.
You use
Blood
Blood
Pack
Pack,
and
you
Rain.
use something else.
Yeah, I'd rather
But,
use Blood Pack.
Yeah, most are using either Bracer or Apex Boots.
Hmm.
Maybe even Divine Boots for the extra durability. But
Damn, you swimming in blood packs or what?
yeah, I've like 5 or 6 of them. And I think I merged a few as well.
I'm pretty sure I ordered like when I first started, because
I
there were
feel like
so many.
It was. I feel like it was relatively not too rare and not too uncommon
yeah.
first. Then it eventually became just rare pool or something. Who knows?
I mean, I
That's
don't
hard to
even think
speculate.
that's the case. It's just that I'm like looking at this item and I'm just like, okay, so nobody's gonna ever use this, so I just ordered it or combined it for sure.
So Himiko clocked the push and 3C's back up here, so this is gonna be bad.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no win con, so even if his units are alive, there's just no plays that he can make.
The
So,
Rain's silenced, but he won't do anything for a while, so it doesn't really matter. It's pretty much all over already.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like calling games early, but there's just no win cons, right? Unless YiQiao somehow walks into the fog and kills like 3 of his units right now.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate though that Reen RNG was as probably ideal.
It was very good, but
Yeah.
he only needed the heal reverse on the Oldius. That was the only important part.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
rest didn't really matter too much.
I mean, it has nothing to do with whether why YiQiao won or not, I think she just wins in draft. It's just that getting that kind of orange is always nice, right? Probably the most ideal orange you could get there. It really surprised me that Odious died twice. That was pretty insane.
He did take the hit from Rian, and then he got healed from like a almost full HP dog, and then he got hit by another AoE. So it's understandable. He's not the most sturdy of units. He's very, very his soldiers are pretty decent, but him himself is not very bulky.
Yeah, I mean, you could build him to be bulky, but most people use Vidar's Rose, which is not a bulky accessory.
Yeah, it's int and M defense, which both are useless against physical attacks.
Because, I mean, some people, before level 6, some people do use bracers, but a lot of people use Vidar's instead. Bracer is pretty good.
I feel like you should use Med Ring or Holy Ring. No, Med Ring or Bracer.
Oh, yeah, people also use Med Ring. Mostly because it's a revive unit and you don't want to die to fixed damage.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah, all YiQiao needs to do is just wait until he can get his TGS to Oko the Landius a few times. Then it should be over. He can also push in certain ways, like maybe push from below Rian and then kill the D-Lit, stuff like that. But yeah, it's just a waiting game for the most part.
Well,
But,
only win con he really has is taking 4 spots middle with angels, and then yeah, and then just somehow win. But that's pretty much his only win condition.
Do you think this D-Lit can kill
Himiko? Yeah, she
Himiko
can.
next turn?
She didn't use 3C yet, so she can. Yeah.
Yeah, Gospel.
Yeah,
I think you need the Gospel to kill. I'm not sure if it will be a kill, but it feels like it might be a kill. And maybe that's something that Pete needs to come back. But I think he has more problems too.
Should be a kill.
Needs to attack from 3 range. It should be fine.
But isn't there talent backup though, or is it not? Well,
you can teleport for safety. Okay.
Yep.
It's playing very safe, which is
Back
very
to
good.
Safety.
Okay. Oh, I did a lot less damage than I thought.
Well, it's not transformed, right? That's why.
I mean, even if it's not transformed, I feel like the infantry versus Lancer should be a good amount already. But he is using spare boots, so it's not that much attack.
Interesting. So 0 move. Not gonna just kills the soldiers pretty much. Yep.
Yeah.
So he does leave. YiQiao 1-0 now. Dominating Ben picks really.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't understand people going second. It's like never good to go second.
I mean, right now it's not too bad. There's a lot of act against. You do get a lot of advantage. Second's not bad.
But you can just get act against banned and then you're just in a worse position. Generally.
Yeah, generally. If you get your act against banned. It's just that you have to be mindful of banning act against when you're player 1 and your opponent's player 2. So it does help you out during ban picks. So player 2 is not bad.
Okay, so I feel like P should like take out his Ares. I'm not sure what Ares is doing in this box.
Ares, I think, is pretty good in any box, right? That's my opinion. I think he can be useful in...
He's good, but he's not great. There's so many units nowadays, it feels like everything has to be great.
Yeah, I personally think Ares is a great unit. I think he enables a lot of things in all kinds of strategy.
Against YiQiao's box, I'm not sure what it does, except like maybe kill Himiko with AoE. But does he even kill Himiko through full HP? I feel like he doesn't.
He shouldn't be able to unless you get a damage buff. It's the last rites.
Yeah.
If you break last rites, you can.
And Pete just clicking at the Ares makes me think he's very scared of it. Not sure why. If he is banning it, maybe he's going for like a first pick Omega Law, for example. That's the only reason I would see to ban Ares that quickly. Because Omega Law is usually very weak to Ares. He's generally not very bulky. His AB stones are skill, attack, and HP. So his defense is very low. And his arena stones are not very defensively built either. So he can die very, very easily to Ares. But he first picks Liana again. Maybe it'll go the same way as last time.
So YiQiao brought out Warner, and on this map is actually Warner's one of the best maps because of the two middle towers in the middle and tree. So because you can ignore 3, right? And which is perfectly positioned. So
yeah, Mech Knight users really like the tower maps.
Yeah, Mech Knight and plus his talent, and there's 3 defensive terrains in the middle. So this is like his best map.
Yeah. Warner might be good against some people, but he's really bad against people that tech against him. Because he can be teched against, which is the saddest part about Warner as an assassin. He's not very good at being an assassin because he can be teched out. Tri-Maidens, the Holy Crown,
So
Lancer troops. There's a lot of things.
a few good thing about Warner is you can outrange other assassins, so it protects you from assassin picks of your other team. I think that's his best point. And
He can outrange for sure, but he still needs to do the 10 attack. If let's say I'm in 8 range, then it doesn't outrange me because you can't hit me through guard.
Yeah, so I mean, same for Illustrio, but it's like Zerida becomes pretty useless against Warner, and also even Sigma, you can just outrange and just kill him before he gets any closer. So,
Sigma doesn't have any Lancer troops.
Nope. I mean, assassins in general don't have Lancer troops. So.
Well, he's an infantry as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if he had a random, Vanguard Lancer or some random Lancer troop just hiding there.
Yeah. Does Schlinka have Lancer troops?
I don't think so. She's of the archer infantry, so she's similar to Sigma, I suppose. She has infantry. She has archers and assassins, and I think that's it. And maybe a few mages as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you build to live Werner, you definitely can, especially with the more light equipment now. You can protect your healers that way. Florentia can bring Lancer Troop. Maiden units like Liana and Rosencio, they can just use more light.
Yeah, and Tri-Maidens.
Or you can just turn into Holy.
Yeah, and use Bracers.
Or
like Werner only kills Ares, kills D-Lit, and kills he probably can't kill Mario or Florentia. Florentia has a Lancer troop, I assume, right?
Yep. Amazon Champions.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly which one, but yeah. Okay, so if he has that, then she lives.
Yeah, she's safe.
Her troops are decently bulky as well.
She's safe. At least he picked up a DPS this game, Pete. And there are plenty of other choices as well on this side.
But here Pete did not ban the Rian quickly, even though last game he got wrecked by it. So,
I do think Bozol's probably the best chance here.
Well, you have no way to kill the Rian, so...
I would say maybe Kruger just for the... I think Bozol's good, but I think I would have liked Kruger a little bit more, but I think Bozol's fine.
I don't know. I don't think Kruger can do anything this game.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Kruger.
I mean, Bozol's slower, but he's a better carry in the middle.
True.
So Kruger is more like he's better at initiating fighting from long range.
Yeah, Kruger's good if you have a really good debuff team.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
here, Bowles was better at doing the damage
Well, he got
and better at
both.
doing the
getting both.
debuffs.
He got both, so
Yeah.
not bad.
Now he has both, so
Yeah, and he has way better range than YiQiao here. So I would say Liana plus Juggler and having Landius is a very safe team, right? So Himiko alone wouldn't have done anything. Same with Kruger alone or Bozo alone. But now having 3 debuffs, it's gonna help a lot. It's not gonna be enough to really survive. But
yeah, it should be quite good.
yeah, but the only problem is, can you even land all 3 at once? Both teams have act again, and Bozo is kind of slow. There's no mobility boost or anything unless there's like Tenyo. That could certainly happen. But yeah, I mean, it's a strong team, but you also have to be careful because one Reen AoE could be devastating for Pete. Pretty easy to spread out this game though. There's no real single target threat.
The Himiko is running Sealing Technique instead of like a line AoE. I'm not sure if I agree with that. Sealing Technique, he did find out that YiQiao's Reen is not Bracer, so maybe that's why he's thinking about bringing a Sealing Technique there. Sealing Technique is to seal your skills and your normal attack, right?
Yeah, it's basically sleep, but you can move.
You can move, but you cannot actively attack, basically.
Also decent at sniping something that's under guard, because the damage is good. I think it's 0.3.
It's an AoE, a single target AoE.
Yeah,
right?
single target AoE. So it's pretty good at sniping something that's slow. So it's useful. It's useful, and also you can mess up your opponent's turn. Could be unexpected.
But here, YiQiao pretty much has like a 50% chance to win the game automatically. I feel like just one clock and it's done.
Yeah, do have to be careful with Reen here.
Yeah, it could get Sealing Technique. And it could get silenced as well through the debuff from Bozel and Kroger.
Well, I mean,
that is one of the advantages of bringing a Bracer Reen, even though it doesn't do much damage.
I do. Yeah, I mean, Spirit Boost is pretty much the same thing. There's no attack there, so it's just HP defense.
Yeah, but the ability to silence is the biggest part.
Yeah.
You don't even really need the fixed damage part. You just need the immunity to silence, and also it gives better stats than all the other immunity to silence accessories.
So, I mean, Reen is gonna get gospeled, so he's fine.
It doesn't really matter if Reen. I guess it does. If you get silenced, it might be a big yikes. But yeah, probably that is the only gospel target for YiQiao, because that is his main carry.
By the way, he did get Tenyo on that also. That's funny.
No.
That's funny. And to be honest as well, why Warlock's on Kruger, right? On this map.
You just want the mobility.
It just limits his mobility. I'm not sure what the plan is to bring both. I mean,
yeah, there's no single
Warlocks
target and physical, and it just limits your mobility, limits your single target in the event that you do need a single target.
Mm-hmm.
You do get regen, but in this case, I don't think it's worth the...
You need to regen your hero, not the soldiers. Soldiers don't really matter. Just it's best to have mobility.
Yeah, I mean, there is Reen single target, but I think Sorceress would just make your... I mean, it just makes the plays that you want to make so much easier, which is pretty much just jumping in with 3 units.
Oh, is there a actual 1C that's good for Himiko? If Himiko decides to bring like the 3C, the line AoE, and 1C? Or is there nothing good at all?
Haven't really looked into it.
She has sneak, or she has sneak attack, the one that's
Fixed damage
the-
after you attack.
Yeah, if you crit afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, and then she has Sneak, which is the passive that's when you initiate battle, you get 10% crit and 20% DR.
Yeah. Okay, so not very useful unless you're going for a single target one for some reason.
Yeah, her single target is pretty sad.
Yeah, just because her soldier bonuses are not very good. She probably could kill some things with her single target attack. But that relies on the opponent not having a Hilda or not having Landius, and having them be very, very squishy. But I guess it's possible if she wants to do single target.
I mean, yeah, you want your. I mean, it would have been really nice to be able to go in next turn, because Himiko is gonna be ready, Bozo Tenyu is gonna be ready, but the problem is Kruger's not gonna be ready because of the soldiers.
Yeah, if he has a sorceress, he could move pretty much AoE everybody next turn.
Yeah.
Maybe missing out the Rian, but
Mhm.
AoE a good amount of units. The Himiko's hot is not very good. I feel like this skill is not very useful.
It's,
But I feel like there's no other good 1C that's
I
why
mean,
they
I mean, it's useful because on turn 2 you're pretty much in range of anything, right?
Uh-huh.
It's not like she uses breeze. It's guaranteed to be up
It's
in
not
your.
good against it's not good against AoE teams. It's good against single target teams. Because if you go deep with your Himiko against the AoE team, you can just get nuked.
Yeah. I mean, it's just mobility. I mean, mobility in this game is super important. So mobility bonus is just too good. Pretty much the fire thing, I don't think it's that useful. But mobility buff for 2 turns, I believe, is pretty nice.
She just doesn't have another 1C that's actually relevant, so that's why she uses it. Gospel's a dog instead of Rian.
Yeah, that is interesting.
He doesn't even remove the buff
because this
Rian
rain is not bracers.
I feel like the dog was a worse gospel unit. I would either gospel the Liana or Rian.
Yeah, I mean, dog is just there to heal, pretty much. So he doesn't.
What doesn't really matter what happens to him.
Wait, there is faction buff already though. So I guess there's faction buff from everyone. But the one I really want to protect is Rain for sure. Yeah. This is probably the best turn to go in though. The only problem is Kruger's not gonna be ready. Because Rain didn't even transform. He can't even counter, right?
Rian didn't transform?
No, Rain didn't transform.
Hmm.
Definitely wanted to transform here because you got Tenyo Bozo here. And Himiko's ready, so... Pete stayed pretty passive with his units. He could have moved up a little more. Get more threats.
Yeah, his Kroger could have gotten the Force Tile, for example.
Yeah.
And maybe be a little more active. But the Soldier Troop is really, really hurting him here.
Yeah.
Maybe you're scared of the odious tiles, but if that's the case, then your Bozo has the same limitations. You might as well go the same way instead of going one way and going one way the other.
Yeah, this could look so much different depending on the positioning on the first turn because Gospel went on Juggler, right? So if you can't hit all 5 for 3 of those units, things can look really bad because Liana could easily get silenced, right? Assuming this is not Bracers or Medring. And I mean, eating 3 debuffs like that is gonna be pretty devastating. And the fact that each other is transform Ring can't really counter anything.
Oh, the dog did bring the double AoE, so he might just try to double nuke, maybe triple nuke with the ODS.
Yeah, he's checking his Kruger's mobility now, but yeah, it's pretty sad. You can't even hit anybody after act again. Pretty sad.
That's just a weird play.
Yeah, I don't know about moving back like that.
Yeah, And that Liana is also very awkward as well. He's in a weird spot. That Himiko should be a little cautious though. He can just probably just die to.
Yeah, there's 2 nukes and right's
2
broken.
AoEs.
Yeah, right's broken. So
Yeah.
they'll
And
jump
Landius
and
can also rag as well, I believe. If it wasn't enough to kill already.
okay,
Wait,
he got breeze at
double?
least. Yeah, and
Twice.
Tenyo, another Tenyo and Bozo. So I mean, orange is definitely helping Pete. It's just that he needed to position correctly on turn 1 because you just want to position in a way that's not gonna do too much. Actually, it helps out.
Okay.
Clock is
Clock
nice.
is
Though.
nice.
Clock is nice.
Breeze on Landius doesn't really matter.
Because you
Okay,
wanted
now-
to, yeah, this tile. Maybe
Okay,
this is
so-
why he wanted to bring Warlocks, right? But you can kind of solve this with Himiko by going through that path with fire and delete it, right?
He should walk towards the fortress. Through the fortress if he's
Yeah. So not move Bozo, but use Himiko first to lead those tiles. So his Bozo can go in.
Mhm.
But he's gonna, for some reason, move up. He's thinking about moving up Bozo.
Everybody's Liana is so passive too. He can't really act in anything. He can act against the Kroger, but
Well, I mean, to be fair,
Be nice.
YiQiao just needs to react, so it's fine. But
I mean, I think acting again Kruger here is not the worst.
well,
Uh,
it would have been okay if Bozo went in this turn. He could have.
it's
Yeah.
pretty awful here, right? Because I just teleport in and block both your AoE users. And now your Himiko can't push because he has no push.
I mean, so the ideal play that I saw was going with Himiko through that tower. It's going to delete those tiles, AoE, hit 4, and then Bozo can go in. Most
Yeah, that's
likely, between those
Yeah.
two act against, I mean, between those 2 AoEs, each house gonna act again. Probably Reen. Okay.
He chooses to jump now instead of. This is kind of awkward because now.
This is okay because Liana can't get to anyone.
But
Not to
he-
mention, Liana doesn't even have act again, by the way. So
He doesn't have act again.
yeah,
Wait, did he bring
Uh,
acting in?
he
What?
didn't bring act again last turn either.
He's also did not Gale dispel the Liana. That's more important than Ash.
Yeah, cannot
that's-
reach anyone.
Yeah,
Actually,
you should dispel the Liana because Liana's providing more heal than your blind
The
dude.
archer.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, one of the units dead to be shock next turn. You can either kill Bozo or Kruger. Yeah. A little bit of positioning mistake.
Can't kill Kruger because of Landius guard.
Oh, right. You can kill Bozo, which is
Yeah.
pretty big. Little too passive. I mean, you got Tenyo Breeze, right? Didn't make anything happen.
Well,
With
he
the
did
thing.
bring this. He did bring the seal on Himiko, so we can actually seal Dog here, and Dog can't be shocked next turn.
Dog is Gospel,
That was
remember?
gospel. Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
But you do the spell 3, just like Sleep.
Yeah, but you applied the debuff first and then you dispel, right? Just like sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Breeze. This is a nice Tenyo from on Rayan. But here's the thing. I'm not sure why he moved Liana first instead of move Himiko first. This is just a waste of a heal on her.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you could have healed Himiko at least. So
No, Himiko is.
he,
Also,
Maybe-
like, why'd you move down? Because now you can't use her to do anything offensively.
Well, this water thing machine should kill everybody, right? Like kill the Kruger at least. They even kill Himiko.
Depends what Himiko stole.
okay, this looks GG to me.
2 healer versus this is.
You shouldn't
Bozo.
you shouldn't be getting jumped like this when you have the map control with the units you have, right?
I feel like the AoE from Dog would have killed Kroger, but I don't know. I'm not sure what got debuffed. Maybe he's not on water anymore or something.
Is
Well, he
it?
might have lost, but if he lost like
Oh,
yeah, it
it
looks
is.
like
It is Master Rise. It doesn't really matter though. It's pretty much GG because Oldius
This
3C
builds is
clocked. There's Master of Ice, and there's one more AoE from Marine. Right. This could help though. This could help.
Yep.
Gotta pray to the RNG god here.
great.
See.
So this ODS needs a push, right? No, ODS pushing is kind of awkward.
Okay. There's 2 more AoEs left. Bozo's probably dead. Without doing much.
Mhm.
So you could act again, your Kruger, and get out. No. You could act again, get out of the.
So you should act. You should Dark Ward the Bozo, right?
Yep. Put the shield on the Bozel.
Yep.
It might help. Maybe Liana is more important.
Oh yeah, no, I can see her. Yeah, Liana's probably a little better here.
Okay. So this is. It's kind of sad that Bozo couldn't do anything, but
He still could win. He still could win here.
yeah.
Bozo is gonna be a little bit sad, but
You could auto attack Bozo and that's dead. I mean, I'd rather do that
yeah.
than risk.
This is gonna be nice. It's a rag hit, which will power down the Himiko, and also probably Moldius probably kills afterwards as well.
That was actually really good because otherwise Landius could go to the spot Himiko is currently on and guard Bozel.
Well, he should definitely move.
No, I think he needs to move Landius in case Bozo survives. 3000 HP, you did remove some buffs. So
there's water. So
the attack is not.
what do you think about earthquaking this dog so it doesn't kill you? Maybe.
It's not gonna do anything. It still has gospel effect, right?
Right.
One thing it will do though is that it revive. Oh no, never mind. Only Kruger's Warlock.
I would move Landius guard.
Oh, this Bozel's just super dead, right? Because he
Yeah,
has a
Bozel's pretty
Rien
much
buff
dead.
on him. The Rien debuff. This is.
Well, the thing about that's actually gonna heal, so that was a
Heals you,
bad play. That was a bad play.
And now your Landis is within the B-Shock range.
Yeah.
So
that was pretty bad. Anyways, Oldius can't do anything because his movement's down. He couldn't really hit.
okay, here's an awkward spot. If he AoEs and fails to kill for some reason, actually, it's wrong.
It's gonna heal again. I mean, I was just not.
Thanks. Yeah, this Bozel's dead.
It's dead. Yeah.
What do you think does more damage, the AoE or the single target?
Single target.
Okay, so do you think this AoE kills? Maybe the AoE might have missed.
You can't save AoE, so yeah. Pete definitely had a scary team, so could have changed a lot of things here. If Bozo actually landed even one AoE there. Right.
He still might be able to win though.
You think so?
Like, let's say this Liana gets debuffed by silence.
He needs to. I think he needs to heal. That's his best choice here. Because Reen's out of AoEs. I don't think it clocked. There is only Master Rise. There's no reason to AoE right now. The only really bad play was attacking Juggler with Landius. Otherwise, I think their HP was low enough that you could probably use Kruger AoE to maybe try to kill off. But no, I think you just gotta heal. You just gotta heal.
Does Reen have any more AoEs though?
I don't think so. Unless it clocked. Unless it clocked.
I didn't see any. But... Okay. Okay.
Oh, another silence though. Which probably gonna get dispelled off.
Yeah. Yeah, probably just heal.
And act again would have been really nice because both units now are out of AoEs. So you want to refresh their
What
turns.
skills did he bring? He from Sky Archer, Gospel, and Heal?
Yep.
Yeah, probably want to brought Gospel. Unless you're really scared of the Rian silencing you, but you can probably dispel that with the Sky Archers.
It'll be
his
really.
dog might die.
It'll be really funny if he hit that dog with this archer, and heal again.
Damn, no respect.
I wouldn't be surprised if I saw that.
So YiQiao just needs to consolidate, bring his dog back, heal back up, and then eventually push the Pete from mid and win the Sol game, right? Because this Himiko has no push, so.
Yeah, I mean, he can still win for sure. He needs to stall out a few turns. Kill the struggler if possible. Would be very nice.
Yeah, he definitely needs to kill the dog. If the dog's not dead, I feel like it's almost impossible to win.
Yeah, at this point, just attack dog because I mean your opponent's full HP anyway, so might as well attack dog, right? At this point, it doesn't hurt. Because before, like your opponent had no HP, but now they're full HP anyway. Might as well just hit dog again next turn.
This should do very little damage, though, right?
Yeah, it should do very little.
And the damage reductions. Yeah.
Yeah, there's damage reduction.
It's killed the soldiers. There was a plague hat, right? A plague hat on somebody.
Yep, plague hat.
I don't think that matters. But
on Reen, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that matters, but
yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's interesting tech as well.
Yeah,
I would rather have just more HP for Himiko to live AoEs, but it definitely is an option, I suppose.
Well, it would matter if he goes into punch Landius with his Reen right now. It would matter because he won't. Actually, it wouldn't because it only lasts one turn.
Yeah,
I'm not totally sure why Pete chose to attack from that spot because Oldius could not hit until the Himiko went to that spot.
Mm-hmm. That is also true. He got hit by both units in safe distance, so.
this Sky Archer's been pretty good though.
I would just leave it where he has it to block.
And now it's just a free kill. I would have moved it like maybe like above Himiko, something like that. But he has to try to occupy the mid.
I think you want to isolate dog though, because I think you have a chance to kill dog here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here like maybe I would attack with dog and kill the Sky Archer for free.
I don't think you can kill dog, but
dog won't die.
Yeah, but at least you want to isolate for sure. Well, Reen is silenced for real now, though, right? Because it's transformed right now. So both teams just not being able to do anything, but there is a push from YiQiao. Yeah. It just couldn't use it before.
Well. It clocked as well.
Yeah, so she couldn't use it before because of silence, but now it's back.
So he should have two pushes. He should have two pushes by the time the fog sets in. So it should be a pretty easy win for YiQiao there. Yeah, and this debuff does nothing. This debuff is good for not making your anti debuffs do anything, but
it's pretty good it's pretty good stacking debuffs when you're actually going in.
It brings back the 3C AoE too, so
Yep. So it's actually ready next turn.
Oh, the dog took some damage
And
from
3C from Himiko is also ready next turn, which is nice. So he's thinking about blocking Landius to guard this juggler.
He's already doing that, but don't move away.
Oh, well, it doesn't really matter because you get pushed, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be it's too hard to beat the push right now.
He's trying to move in a way that will allow him to guard, I think. But if you do that, he's just gonna take that spot, right? And it's just a lot more effective to hit juggler after you get faction buff.
Okay, but this is a really good push, right?
And
everything gets pushed.
Now Landius can hit Kruger, and Oldius can also hit Kruger. Oh, he got guard.
That's hilarious. That's one of the bad parts about Himiko. You can steal some really bad stuff. But now he's down. Now he's down 3 to 5. So
that's GG.
Yeah, that would have been a good push too, though, because everything would have been pushed back.
You know why? If he actually had faction buff, he might have lived.
Yeah.
So
that
that's
was rough.
Yeah, 2-0. YiQiao wins. Very nicely played. Yep.
Yeah, game 1 could not deal with Rian. Game 2, I feel like he missed a few opportunities there with his own AoEs. He had some luck on his side with Tenyo, but didn't really have the ability to. He didn't take the action to actually push forward and debuff first. And there's also no act again on Liana makes it a little awkward as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think having no act again is huge. Also, being a little decisive there. He had a really good chance, right, with the Bozo Tenyo. But you do have to look at the dog jump distance.
Yeah, the dog got Tenyo. That was pretty unlucky, but
yeah,
there was a lot of RNG that game.
There was. Yeah, on both sides, so it's kind of fair. Anyway, yeah, thanks for joining me to cast Zelda. And yeah, it's Apex time, so hope you guys have fun. I'll see you guys. I think this is the last match of the day. Last match of the top 32, actually. Let's see. Yeah, it's the last match of top 32, so yeah. Congratulations to everybody that advanced to top 16. Yeah, you guys can start scheduling the matches for top 16, and we'll give you guys more information soon. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.